Alrighty, guys, we're gonna set up our notebook for the next chapter. Actually, let me zoom out here just a little bit. I got this too zoomed in. Okay, so the last thing that we did in our similar triangles chapter, similarity here, was this geometric mean page. So hopefully we didn't number that one, because right next to it, we're going to want to put our table of contents for this new chapter. So it should be the very first page in your packet. Looks like this. We're going to 1/3 fold that back and then wrap it around this page here. And again, like I always like to leave a little bit hanging out just so I can use it as a tabby. And then tape or glue that guy together. So we already previewed this chapter a little bit. We talked about it on our test day when we were talking about Pythagoras and the Pythagorean theorem. So that's kind of what this whole chapter is about, is him and right triangles and all that good stuff. So, okay, the next page that you should have, actually, you want to take the next 2 pages together. So the next 2 pages, one will look like this, and then the one right after it says real world applications. You're going to want to take those 2 together and then flip it over. So right now I kind of have it long ways, landscape. You're going to want to like turn it so that it's portrait, and then also flip it over. So that's kind of confusing, but flip them both over so that you're looking at basic vocabulary at the bottom here. And then if you scoop that up just a little bit, you should see the word mixed practice appear underneath that. So once you see that, then you come up here, you should be able to just almost fold right in along the middle down, and you'll see the word real world applications and that Pythagorean theorem show up. And we can just fold along there. And then to kind of keep them together, I'm going to staple at the top. And it won't really fit in this way, so I'm going to put it in sideways like that on our first new page of this chapter, which I do want to start numbering them from the last page, which was 71. So this will be 72. And then if we turn the page after that, number these, so this will be 73 and 74. And so the next one I'm going to want to take, the very next page, I'm going to actually put on page 73. Looks like this. And then I'm going to flip it over. I'm looking at this side, and we're going to want to fold it in half backwards like a book. And then if you want to be cute and stuff, you can cut along this line right above the word Pythagorean triples. I can tape that on page 73. And then the next one that we have is going to look like a square right here. Now, be careful. I don't know if you can notice or not, but like if you look through the paper very carefully, you can see that the lines don't line up, which I hate. So I am going to cut this square out, but I'm going to cut it so that I get everything. So like over here, if you can see kind of this line on the other side, I'm going to cut along that line just so that I don't lose any information. I don't think you'll lose a ton, honestly, if you don't, but it's messing with my brain that they don't line up perfectly. What a bummer. Now, once we have that one all cut out, we're going to flip it over so that we're looking at the words right side up. So you should see recall at the top. And then it's like a cootie catcher for those of us who made cootie catchers back in the day, or maybe you still do. We're going to want to fold each corner into the middle as best you can. so that we can hopefully see the words can a triangle be formed show up, acute triangle, fold up here, see the word right triangle, and then obtuse triangle at the bottom. Looks a lot like another one that we did. And I'm gonna glue this or tape this in. It is gonna stick out just a bit because I am gonna tape it in so it looks like a diamond. I guess I could turn it. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it so it's a square. I want it to fit. I'm gonna put can a triangle be formed at the top, and I am gonna leave a little space above just because I'm gonna write some stuff above there. Get a little tape swirl going. Boop. So it'll be a little diagonal when we're writing it, but it'll be okay. Alrighty, so now we got page 75 and 76. And so we are going to take the next page. Let's see, do I want to do this a little bit different? I think I do. So the next page at the top, it says 45, 45, 90. Set that one aside. The very next one after that is going to look real similar, but instead it says 30, 60, 90, and that's the one I'm going to take. So if we take that one, flip it over, and then fold it in half like a book. We're going to put that on 75. I guess it kind of doesn't matter because I'm just going to take that one I set aside right now and put it on 76. Fold it in half like a book, just like that last one. That was so silly of me. There it is. Fold it in half like books on 75 and 76. It kind of doesn't matter the order, guys. Okay, then we'll turn the page 77, 78. And I think this next one got a whole bunch of right triangles on it. I think if I fold that one correctly, we want to fold in the short edges to the middle line. And maybe you can tell, but this is kind of talking about the same thing. We got that 45, 45, 90, 30, 60, 90. This one I'm going to put on page 78, though. I'm going to leave 77 blank. We will write some stuff on that. So yeah, we'll put this on 78. Alrighty, turn the page. We got 79 and 80. And the next page that we have looks like this one here. And if you flip that over, we're going to fold in half like a book until we get to the line. And if you want to be cute and stuff, you can cut along the dashed lines. And then we'll put that one on 79. The next one looks like this, more right triangles. It says inverse trig functions along the side. Uh-oh, maybe that's a scary thing. This one, you can leave it facing like this and you're gonna fold in half like a book, but I'm gonna stop when I get to those dashed lines. And then a lot like the last one, if you want to cut two flaps, like you might want to open it up and do along the diagonal lines here to get two little doors, or if you can kind of see through. Well, I kind of cut it off a little bit, that's fine. That one will go on 80. My gosh, I had a mini panic attack just then. I thought I wasn't recording, but clearly I am because you're hearing this. And turn the page one more time. And we'll call this one page 81 and 82. And so if you grab the next page, you're going to see that trig ratios along the side. We're going to fold like a backwards book. And if you want to cut along the 2 dashed lines for some cute little doors, that one will go on 81. And then last but not least, we have this page that says angles. Angles of elevation and depression. And if you're looking at the side with all the stories on it, we're just going to take that one and flip it back like a backwards book until we get to the dashed line. And then with this one, we're just going to make one cut above the words angle of depression. And then that one will go on 82. I'm really hoping we can get to that one, but spring break is kind of creeping up on us. So we're going to see how things work out. And there you go. So yeah, now hopefully you have that all set and ready to go for when I see you next, either Tuesday or Wednesday.